Hey, everybody. I'm live and just getting adjusted here. Welcome to a little Pisces moon chat. Going to be talking about empathic surge and all that jazz, but adhering to our usual format. I jump in the room 5 minutes before 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Chill for a little bit till 11 p.m. We make a wish privately, say a little opening prayer, get into the subject of the night, then do a little something by the time we're done. Meditation, magic, something or other. Just a slight warning, but not a big one. I am having a little bit of a cocktail tonight. I'll drink some Vank. I needed something a little purple in my diet. You know how it goes, and this is just the perfect height. So though I do not plan to be doing shots, I'm just sipping it out of a shot glass so I can kind of, it's so pretty, right? And it's on the rocks on top of it. So it's just like a lovely little cordial. Hello, hi, audit everywhere. Hello, my Flanders. What just happened? I don't know. What just happened? What do you mean what just happened? I sang. I do have that effect on people. The siren song. He disappeared. Did I come back? Am I here? Can you see me? Oh no. Am I going to have to reboot a room? Will you two reboot a room? Oh, I'm not in the mood for it if I have to. Can you all see me? Oh no, I look amazing. Okay, well, thank you so very much. You can see me. Good. Well, I can tell because you say I look amazing, and obviously your eyesight is on point. I should look amazing because we've got Maul Flanders and Meow Meow Dollface, who I procured this this frock coat. I've been frocked, darling. But Maul can tell you what she gave me words for it today, but that was before my first libation of the night. So what is it again? You said it wasn't a prototype. I forget the word that you used, Maul. It was made from an original pattern. Oh no, it was copied from an original frock coat, like pattern by pattern. Well, thank you, darling. I do try. I mean, amazing, really. Amazing is, you see, people don't get the meanings of words. Like when something's amazing, it's like you're in a maze. You've been mazed. Like if I had that kind of looks, I'd be in charge by now, and the world would probably be in a lot worse shape than it is right now. Hi. He's back. An X-tan? Excuse you? Gesundheit. It was made for you. Obviously. I expect crystals to find me, not necessarily, what is it, silk velvet, she said? What? The frock coat pattern was taken from an extant 1775 existing coat in a museum. So there we have it. It's an original copy. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. That's okay. I make it look good. It looks good on me. And he is my prince frock. I have the prince archetype. That's why it just looks the way it do, this is just water, but I didn't want to, I needed purple. I just don't have enough purple. And the moon is in Pisces and I'm a Pisces moon, so everybody just cope, okay? Take it down a notch, guys. Oh, so before we get really rolling, it's only, it's just about 11 p.m. Go get a cocktail if you'd like to join me. We're not doing drunk tarot. We're going to talk mostly. Of course, we'll do a prayer. Yeah, I'm an avatar of the Greek god Dionysus. I think I can balance my spirit with my spirits, if you know what I mean. Because I'm not really that much of a drinker. It's just today was a day. I got some news from out of the blue that was kind of heartbreaking. And we'll talk about that too, because we're going to talk about empathic surge. And my God, what a day today was. Just an explosive day. Like, I'm not going to talk about what explosion, but you know what explosion is if you know what I'm talking about. Just the empathic surge. We're going to be talking about it tonight. Why am I disappearing? Am I disappearing to anybody else or just Maul? I mean, is it a Burt Campbell kind of like that? Like 1970s Richard Mulligan soap reference disappear and come back? Is it a Paul Lynde Sammy and gone and then back again with a different color? Are we good? Where am I? You're good for me. Oh, Mal, honey, I think it's your new phone. Uh-oh. Video looks good for me. Oh. So I don't know. Get closer to the come closer to the router. Oh, you cannot possess me, no. Anyway, sorry. Apparently I'm still a Judy Tenuta channel from the 80s. It's something I thought would pass from me, but you know, a gift is a gift. I love her. I do. I love her. I think she's one of the most beautiful women on planet Earth, Judy Tenuta. And I will never forget the day she picks up the accordion and said, oh wait, she took it off. Oh, let me take off my IUD. That is my lane. That is my humor lane. Very much so. You got nothing. You got everything, Ma. You got heart. Because you gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. You were just talking about what? I was just talking about Judy. Oh, got it. The screen is blank. Mal, then what I'm going to suggest you do is exit the room, reboot your phone, and find us and come back in. Meow, meow if necessary. Assist. If not, call in one of the bros. I know one of them is probably not there, but maybe the other one might still be awake. See, I've met them now. I had such a lovely time with Mal Flanders and Meow Meow Dollface. And if you have not seen our Lunasad live, it's not lunacy, it's Lunasad. I'll go help her. Thank you, sweetheart. They're really a lovely family. I met like a good chunk of the family. It was nice. And Mal and I cackled like witches. What do you want? It happens. This little picture here actually belonged to my father. I believe it's from the wedding set that my mother got, because you know we all need a retirement plan. So you know, yeah, auction this stuff or leave it to whoever I marry. Because what is my family going to do with all this magical crap? Honestly. They wouldn't know. And a thame for a thurible, and that's just thurible. It's a very obscure thing, a thurible. Thurible, if I'm correct. That's just thurible. Excuse me. Excuse me while I kiss this guy. Where are we? Hey, I'm back. There she is. Yay. Hello, Felix E. Oh, message retracted. Video keeps fading to black. Okay. Sorry, Felix. See, we seem to be having, but it's not everyone across the room, so I really don't know what that is. It could be a phone thing. It could be all sorts of it. It could be sunspots. It could be the Pisces moon. Don't worry, we have time until our 11 p.m. wish. But welcome, Felix. I hope you can hear me. I mean, I would say I'm a visual medium, but I'm not a medium. I'm a clairvoyant empath. Shade. There's a little touch of shade on there. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android, so I have no idea of that which you speak. Although I'm friends with people who have Apple products. My parents have Apple products, but you know, not until the board comes for me, darling. Not yet. Not yet. They make me a really good offer to change all my shit over. I would consider it, but maybe we'll see. So close and reopen. Oh, okay. That helped, Mom. Close out the vid and open it again. Don't know what to tell you because I seem to be streaming fine for people here too, but that's okay. We'll just wish really hard, everybody. We'll go out in the barn and put on a show. Well, not now, obviously. We can't all be in the same space together, but this works. Yeah, this works. Put on a show. And everybody will have a musical number. Reboot your screen or something. Keeps happening. Well, I'm You know this is not my specialty. This is my specialty. This is not my specialty. Honey, what's going on there? Why do you keep fading out like that? Why? It could be the weather. This could be a thing. But that's okay. Maybe. I know it's not quite, I was gonna say it's not quite the visual medium, but like I said, I'm not a medium. Oh, can't my voice be enough? But then I guess it's a podcast. It's really not a live stream. I don't know where everyone is. It could be the, oh, right. I'm just rereading this. This stuff is good. I had a little drinky poo before we started. I mean, I guess I could reboot the room, but womp womp, right? But there's only 4 of you in the room. So, I mean, that really, do you want me to, do you think I should? Do you think I can is the question. Kevin Johnson, digging the purple down. You men are all alike. 7 or 8 quick ones and you're off with the boys to boast and brag. You keep your mouth shut, mister. I think I love him. Ms. Khan is in the house. Mrs. Khan? Miss Khan is in the house. You know I'm very pro-Khan overall. Chaka. Madeline, Matt Khans. Kubla and Genghis, I'm going to swipe left. You know, tyrants. Who needs them? Not me. Not anymore, at least. They were very bad husbands. They didn't appreciate their women. I hope you're all having fun. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 more minutes. We do our so I do have some news actually. Some of you may know or may not know. The moon is now officially in Pisces, by the way. Me being a Pisces moon, I keep my eye on that in particular. So I am trying to do everything that I can to get the readings done for the week in timely fashion, because either Thursday or Friday, depending on how much work I get done, I'm packing up my car. Dorian, because he's gray, my RAV4, and going up to Saratoga to see my family and have my car serviced where I bought it from. Because if I bring it back there every 3 months or whatever, I get the service done for free and I get to see my parents, and I miss them terribly. And I think I'm the only one of the siblings that hasn't seen them since all of this craziness has been going on. And they're older, so I've been really extra super duper careful. I don't leave my house that much. And when I do, it's under apparently very magical and sterile circumstances. It's an odd way to say it, but you know what I'm saying. So bear with me. My recording schedule might be a little wonky. I'm going to take work with me. So if I don't get it done before the drive, I will be getting it done while I'm there. I may be staying till Monday. I don't know. I'm playing it by ear. I have friends to check in on my boys, feed them and scoop litter. So I think overall, that's my week. Cool. Other than that, I do have some mantras to talk about tonight in context with Empathic Surge. It's a term that came to me. Like, I don't think it's a Matt Kahn term. I think that's a term that literally was given to me by my guides yesterday or today. Excuse me, Tommy and Titty and the Timmy. We're gonna keep them in there. Well, it doesn't have buttons, sweetie. It's a frock coat. It's not supposed to. So is anybody still in there? Is anybody in there? All right. Because it seems like somebody typed something. Because it seems like now the feed hath stopped. So let me know if you're still receiving me. Granted, there was a hurricane that came up the East Coast. Oh, there's VIMEO Dollface, so we're good. It's just when you all go quiet, I get suspicious. I mean, maybe you're all texting. I'm not that paranoid. I'm really not. I don't really care. Oh, and you've been called names since birth, you know? It's just like, who cares anymore? Plus, once you turn 50, it's really true. There's this magical thing happens. You just don't care anymore. Hi. Good. Hello, Lorraine. Good. It keeps going to black screen. Anybody else having this too? Some people are, but it seems it's, oh, because you keep getting kicked out. I am safe. I am fine. My house is rather heavily. Hurricane Sandy, I lived on a canal off the Great South Bay in Bayshore. The tides came up, and when they receded, there was a perfect semicircular salt line around our house, exactly where we had the warm sand. People on both sides got flooded. Not us, because where there's a witch, there's a way. Really, if my neighbors had asked me to ward their property, I would have been glad to for, you know, equivalent exchange of some kind or another, because that's how witches work, honey. Honey. Oh, no. I dribbled on the Matt Con cards. Do you think I'm going to get, like, a note? Do you think I'm going to get a note from Hay House? That's all right. Honey, I've been reading cards for so long. I know how to dry out a deck, D-E-C-K. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh, 1111, make a wish. We're here. 1111, make a wish. So motivating. So it is. I was a little involved, guys. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Welcome again. If you're just come into the room, I am your host for the night, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Feel free to call me either. Having a little bit of a cocktail here with you all tonight, acknowledging that the moon is in Pisces. I am a Pisces moon, so I do keep my eye on that. Went into Pisces 10:28 p.m. tonight, earlier, obviously before I came on here, and will be in Pisces Wednesday the 5th and Thursday the 6th. All times, of course, are Eastern Daylight Time. Moon will go void, of course, 8:53 a.m. Friday. So that's kind of a long stretch for a Pisces moon, which can be very emotional and very empathic, right? If you are sensitive to begin with, a lot of us are learning how to turn our emotional sensitivity into a finely honed instrument, truly an intuitive skill. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I'm glad. Oh, good. Rachel said the path of true love read for this Aries was very spot on. Thank you. I love the path of true love reads because they're about you. It's like we're not talking about twin flames and soulmates for a chance. I mean, I get it, but you know, enough contract law, right? How are you doing on your path? How you doing on your path, right? That's what those are. And I like that the guides were like GPS read. Start with this deck and this deck. It worked really well. I'm really digging them a lot. So, you know, and as a decent segue, really following your intuition and really dealing with your emotions, being your own soulmate these next few days, because what you're feeling, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to say what you're feeling isn't all your own, right? Pisces is the 12th house. It's the collective unconscious. It's the depth of the ocean, like the Maori Trench stuff, not even in the subconscious mind, the unconscious, right? It's archetypal. It's how the oceans like unite all bodies of land, right? So it's not just that we're all connected, but there's one energy field, and in the center of the collective unconscious, if you will, to think almost like at the center where all oceans meet, however that works, there is the divine mind and the divine heart, right? The sacred, the God, and the goddess, whatever you want to call that, the divine yin, the divine yang. And it's from that whence we come. So empathic surge is understanding that it's not that we're all connected, we're all one thing. And like waves, energies are being transmuted through the nervous systems of humanity, transmuting them from lead to gold, symbolically speaking. That's a lot to digest in a very short amount of time, but I have had a cocktail and I'm a spiritual teacher, so try and keep up. Shlante tanta, right? Salute. This stuff's tasty, by the way. This is non-sponsored. I'm drinking Vink. I wanted a drink. A Vink. A Vink. But I also have water here as well because I do not plan on getting drunk. Just taking the edge off a little bit. So, so I'm going to give you an example of how I was triggered today, because your triggers are timed. Your triggers are not accidental. They look that way. But you know, if the song on the radio that's telling you your soulmate's right around the corner isn't completely coincidence, if that has meaning, then your triggers definitely are scripted as well. Aspects of synchronicity, because it's all one thing. A man that I was very much in love with, I might have mentioned it before, a very long time ago, reached out to me today. Haven't really heard from him, out of nowhere, telling me that tomorrow he goes into chemo, that he has colon cancer. We didn't get into, it was a Facebook message. It wasn't even like talking where I could ask like questions. It wasn't really a conversation that way. And it triggered me. It brought up, like, I thought I had kind of dealt with, I was in love with him. I don't know if he was ever in love with me or not, but it was, how could that not trigger you, right? And we tried to stay friends as best we could while he was with somebody else. And he had the opportunity to cheat. He never did. And I'm really impressed by that, because I'm hard to resist. Honey, I am the irresistible force. I like it, immovable objects. They're a challenge, but overall it could be kind of a drag, but you know, it's me. He said, thwarping the fan, the irresistible force of Mal, Hurricane Mal, if you will. But bless him. So of course that triggered something in me. And I realized that as I was getting more and more, let's say, open and vulnerable with what I was feeling, not trying to repress it, but not trying to cope with it all right there and then at that time, because there were other things going on. It was a busy day. I really kind of got that everything that's happening in my life, and I think this might be possible for all of us, are pushing our buttons and our triggers so that we feel the feelings and allow the energy to come in from, you know, empathically, right? The empathic surge, like the explosions today, like how many other people are worried about somebody's health? Oh, come on, right? How many people on planet Earth now are worried about health, their own or somebody else's that they love, that they may never see them again? Caught in my throat, right? Like, there it is. But it's like, oh no, let's not go there. But what if that's what being a divine feminine kind of is? Like the purpose behind empathic surge. When a world event happens and it's like all of a sudden that emotion is predominant on the planet. Now, if it was joy and happiness, you know, I can think of so many examples that nobody would agree on. Like a kitty cat bonking your arm. What, sweetheart? Hi. Become such a camera hog, this one. Come on, baby. Lay down with mama. You lay down, my Melky. Everybody say hi to the Melky. Talking about my little Taurus boy. You lay down. Yes. It's like, move your glass so they can see me. It's like, somebody get my agent on the phone. Who booked me in this thing? What was I saying? Oh, like it would be lovely if like we all had, I don't know, like the Go-Go's reunited. Like I said, I couldn't come up with one thing that everybody would go for. That would do it for me pretty much. I know there's a documentary, but I don't have Showtime, so I'm over it right now. I'll wait till it's in some documentary form somewhere else, probably Netflix. But you can kind of get like something traumatic. Now, thank you so much. I do appreciate, but I haven't seen this guy face to face since the early 2000s. We've kept in touch, but the last time I saw him was when I kissed him goodbye. He's tall. My nickname for him, I don't know if he knows this, was Mr. Big, because he was very, very much the Sex and the City Mr. Big. Now, I could read the original. But no. Apparently he's married to a woman with children. The guy on, Mr. Big, can't remember his name for the life of me, which is why I'm really not great with celebrities overall. They don't like it when you forget their name. Did you know that? I think you knew that. Do you want? Oh, don't worry, I have pants on. I don't come on YouTube without pants. This ain't OnlyFans. There. Oh, his one trick. Yay. Right? Now, didn't that all make you go, oh, right? Empathic surge on a minor scale, right? Connected to this particular experience. I have to keep leaving and coming back. It goes black for some reason. I wonder Why? It's apparently not happening across the board. But you are missing my cat being absolutely adorable, which I think is worth the price of admission. And by the way, if anybody feels like super chatting me, please don't let me stop you. Just because I'm talking about really deep, sensitive things, feel free to tip me. Because I am the perfect blend of the sacred and the profane. I am the implosion, the paradox of duality. He's my good baby. All right, go lay down, lay down. That's all. God, they shed. It's like, not done. Oh, Taurus. Many of us have a Mr. Big, right? It's like, thank you, Carrie frickin' Bradshaw, right? But I mean, that show wasn't, that was sort of my Golden Girls. I'm not that into the Golden Girls, but that show I could get up in a little bit because I'm the Kim Cattrall usually in the group. Of course I am. But he was big. I mean, he was like, I forget if he was 6'3" or 6'5", but he was 6 foot something. I like him tall. I do. And just like beautiful eyes and an Aries. God help me in Aries. I swear. This is why I've sworn off Aries men most of the time. You know, it depends on it depends on, oh, I can't say that on YouTube. I'm sorry. But it had to do with, yeah, let's move on. So you can kind of understand the empathic surge that's going on, like even locally here. Long Island, we're used to hurricanes, right? We are. I mean, they happen every year. We're on the eastern seaboard. We get it, right? Hurricane Sandy was a lot to live through, but we haven't seen anything as bad since. So we've really, really lucked out. But still, there's a little bit of that PTSD as a Long Islander, right? Or from New Jersey or, you know, anywhere along the eastern seaboard. Sandy was really, really hard. So even then, even though you know that you've got everything, there's still that empathic surge, even on that daily blip, because it was a blip that kind of went across, I guess, the eastern seaboard, south heading north, right? But when the moon goes into Pisces, see, that's the difference. When the moon goes into Pisces, if we really believe that what we are feeling in such volume and sensitivity and intensity is all ours, then the mind starts to go to work at not just how to fix it, but what's wrong with us. And there's nothing wrong with us. That's the point. So how do we process this emotion in a healthy way? Now, I wouldn't recommend with alcohol because that's not really going to do it. This is just, it's been a day. And I felt like a little cocktail, and really, this would be my second itty bitty thing in, yes, over an hour. Not that big of a deal considering it's on the ice. It's on the rocks. But what I'm going to do tonight, when I am done with here, I will wash all this off. I will put my hair up in a towel. I will curl up in bed, and I will pray for him, my Mr. Big. He's a beautiful man, and that he never compromised himself with the person that he was with where I was concerned. I think is a true, see, I love that. It's like, I love. So there's going to be a lot of love pouring out of me, understanding that I may never see him again. Can you imagine other people on the planet feeling that way? Do you feel it, right? As much as I'm telling you the story about what I'm going through, the majority of people on planet Earth are either feeling that or trying not to feel it. That's empathic surge. So that's why even watching the news, I understand people want to turn their eyes away, but to turn your eyes toward and pray, to bless, to allow that emotion to move through you in a safe way, to cry for those who cannot cry, is a sacred thing. And your tears become as holy water and bless you and everyone around you. Really, for miles, if you want to really see clairvoyantly what that kind of work does when you offer yourself voluntarily. And tonight we are going to tap into that a little bit, because I think trying to surf empathic surge during a YouTube chat is gratuitous to an extent and not the proper place for it. Not that sacred things can't happen online. Absolutely they can. But also I have a cocktail in me, so it's not going to happen. But we can certainly go in a little bit and address and feel and heal, as well as end the night perhaps with a couple of mantras. Like, for example, where was a good one that I saw today? In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. All right. Cultivating courage. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. The truth is that our intuition and our emotion are not exactly the same thing. Emotions are energy fields that are rising up through you, coming from your own cell tissue, your own ancestral patterning, up and out. You got to feel it to heal it. I lost an ex to colon cancer, and we were broken up for years. He died 2 years ago, and we hadn't spoken at all since the breakup. It tore me up. Oh, darling, I'm so sorry. But how's that for sort of, see, that's the thing. I have no idea. Like, I'm not going to pull cards for my Mr. Big. I'm not going to do it. Like, it's, if he asks me to, that's another thing. But I don't want to know. I just want to bless him and love him, understanding that probably will never see him again. I guess that's his call. But you never know what's going to happen. But maybe that's my key in. Like, maybe that's my piece. I've said for a while now that the emotions that you deal with most in life are sort of your specialties. Think about that. Like, then you could say, you know what? I'm really good with grief. And you go, no, I'm not good with grief. I've experienced too much and I hate it. I'm like, yeah, but you're still alive. So you're good with grief, right? Or hatred. I mean, how could you be good with hatred? But if you think about it, hatred is a scab over pain, right? So to really get down in that pain, and it's hard work. It's shadow work. Well, demystifying the darkness. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. That's the transformative work. We want so much for others to give us the love that we want. And yet I'm really finding that until we give ourselves the love that only we can give ourselves, everything else is going to be, I hate to say it, a cheap substitution, a sugar high, because it'll be conditional. Unconditional love has to start. Whatever arises, love that. Matt Kahn. Go read the book. It's a good book. Google it. Because there's a couple of these here that I laid out. Where did I put you? Did I put you over there? Hold on one second. Oh, here's one. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. And that's rewiring the subconscious. That's not the one I was looking for, but that definitely does make a point. But you kind of have to be willing to feel the entire, here it is. Polishing my heart. Feeling is a power that helps me heal, because you have to feel it to heal it. So much of the ills in our world are about emotions being repressed. It would make sense. The divine masculines were in charge for a very long time. Now we're seeking to bring that into balance. So using feeling itself as an emotional healing modality within boundaries and safe, healthy, balanced ways, as we heal, all heal, the quantum entanglement. So been there. He's now one of my guardian angels. So, here we have people really, again, showing me what? Unity. Unity, that we're all, it's not we're interconnected. We're all one thing. We're all one thing. And when you look through the lens of unity consciousness, you look at what's going on in the world and how people are behaving, and you're like, oh my goodness gracious, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Forgive them. They don't know what they do. I know, that's coming out of my mouth. The Witch of Holbrook. I almost drank out of the little pitcher. See, when I do spirits, I do spirits. Anyway, so we haven't really done a prayer. We went kind of directly into the chat, but how do you guys feel about a little prayer? You up for that? It's 11:30 where I'm sitting. We're halfway through, although we can go as late as we like. Yeah, because the moon is in Pisces, and there are people suffering all over the world, and I can understand people not wanting to run into that type of energy field and feel it all up and breathe it all up, but nonetheless, stitch in time saves 9. Please get yourself comfortable in a position you can stay in for a couple of minutes. And if you like, sit back and relax. This is just prayer. We're not going to actually be processing anything unless something actually pops up to process. But we can certainly invite in the divine. We can certainly invite in the higher self, the guides, the masters, and the teachers to assist us in whatever needs to happen next. So eyes open or eyes closed, your choice. Focus on your breath. And for a minute, just breathe. Allowing the breath to be the energy clarifier, right? Wiping the chakric slate clean for a moment. A pranic windshield wiper for the third eye. To be fully present just with the breath. Gently aware of the body as you breathe, the expansion of the lungs, the awareness of the blood moving with each breath, feeling safe in your own body because it is safe to be in your body here and now. To just be grounded here in a simple way, a gentle way, as though the entire universe itself was nothing more in the hands of a benevolent, divine feminine energy holding you in place so that you can relax, so that you can feel. The goddess, the divine mother, the sacred yin, whatever you want to call that, the great ocean, the great quantum ocean with its depth and breadth of energy, with energy in motion, emotion. We allow what needs to rise and fall within us to rise and fall within us, just like the inhale and the exhale, just like the ebb and flow of the waves of the quantum ocean. It is from this place I pray, dearest God, Goddess, all that is, take us by the hand. Take us by the heart. Take us by the mind, that we may flow with the waxing and waning of the emotional tides of emotional surge. As the empathic skills that we are all born with, but are more developed within those who are the divine feminines, the first waves, the empaths. Please help us clear our filters in this waning moon in Pisces, that we may embrace that which needs to be embraced, so it may move upwards through our chakric fields, not downwards and outward, inwards and up. Alchemized by the love of the divine, the soul, the eternal spirit, the goddess, the God, the divine singularity that we truly are, that exists in our awareness itself. The silent witness, the loving presence, the empty altar, always welcoming more to be laid upon it, the heart space, the sacred space, the sanctum sanctorum within the self. Illuminate our hearts, that we may rise into our true power, in true wisdom, with true love, the perfect trifecta of divinity, love, power, and wisdom. the maiden, the mother, the crone. Humility, hope, and endurance. May it all flow through us here and now. As with the simplest mantra we know, the 3 magic words, the 3 miracle words, hand placed on heart, awareness drawn inward to the body. In simple repetition, let the prayer be forever. I love you. I love you. I love you, all that rises within me. I love you, all that is within my heart, known and unknown. I love you, all that is within the one heart, the quantum heart, the heart that we all share. For as one heart is blessed, all hearts are blessed. As one heart is felt, all hearts are felt. And as one heart is healed, all hearts are healed, breath by breath, step by step, word by word, prayer by prayer, for the well-being of all. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, touch our hearts. Great Divine Mother, Divine Father, we open ourselves in vulnerability to you and you alone, that what we are feeling is not our own, but rather a surge. Triggered perhaps by our own emotional baggage, triggered perhaps by our memories alone, cellular or personal, but nonetheless, may we be given the humility, the hope, and the endurance to feel what we need to feel. That feeling is a power that helps us heal, therefore it helps all heal. Those who cannot and will not cry, those who will continue to turn their backs to truth, may they do so with the utmost grace, compassion, and care from the divine until it is their time to face their pain and face their truth. Until then, may we love what rises. May we find our true strength, our true compassion with ourselves, to simply sit for a minute or two every day in contemplation, with the mantra being, if not I love you, then it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to feel, and it's okay to not know if it's yours or someone else's, and it's okay to be empathic, and it's okay to not know what to do with it. Because all you have to do is feel and breathe. All you have to do is feel and breathe. Because a victim is an empath that doesn't know they're an empath, that what they're feeling is not wholly their own, but that as it moves through them, they become more in alignment with the truth of who they are, the unconditional love of the soul, the true identity, the unconditional insight and wisdom of the higher self is given space to incarnate as we turn that empathic and compassionate love towards our own hearts, knowing that what we heal in one, we heal in all, according to the law of one. And whether you call yourself angel or witch, starseed, elven being, extraterrestrial, God, goddess, all that is, it matters not in the warp and weave of the divine fabric of reality. If the goddess is the mother of all, the uniting of all hearts, then let the goddess be healed and heal all within us and within all of life, for it is from her we come, and unto her we return. The one heart, the sacred heart, married with the one mind, the sacred mind of the divine Father, and we are the child, the one who chooses to bring them together in balance and harmony with loving, wise, empowering decisions to be the best that we can be, and to align our moment by moment conduct with the compassion of our soul, and cut in ourselves huge swaths of break and grace as we go. Because We have to make mistakes to learn. And even our mistakes are scheduled in the divine plan. So may we grow and may we heal as the empathic surges come. Because 2020 ain't over, and God got us all that is. We are growing and developing faster than we know. So for anyone in earshot, anyone watching this live or later, may they catch glimpses. May they see how they've grown. May they be given examples in themselves and in this world that our light is being reflected to us as we heal what rises, as we become the love that we truly are, for our well-being, for the well-being of all that we love, and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. Thank you. And so it is. And that's what you call a run-on prayer. Don't need it, but it does lubricate things. I wouldn't recommend it unless you have a lifelong relationship with the Greek god of wine, who, oddly enough, doesn't need to drink that often. Being that he is of it, he does not need to drink it all that much. But this is lovely. It's a Moscato with some premium vodka, and it's just lovely. With some fruit juice, it's lovely. It's a vink. It's a nice drink. I don't know why they don't use that in their advertising. Let's not take ourselves too seriously, people. The moon is in Pisces. Sending love to you, Mal. Kia Kaha, be strong. Thank you so very, very, very much, High Priestess. How's everybody doing? Take a moment, ground yourself. Give me a little tickety-tack feedback. Let me know you're still in the room. Because I got to tell you, again, I'm not going to talk about what explosion. If you're not aware, I'm sure you'll find out relatively soon. I haven't checked the news in the past 4 or 5 hours, so I don't know if there have been any new developments. But that one I feel like is reverberating still. Just a feeling that I get. And I have to try and keep my channel to the standards I want to keep it at in terms of being politically neutral, because I am here for everybody. I am here to love everybody. It doesn't mean I gotta like what everybody says and does, but the love part, that is my maxim. I felt this in the heart chakra. Pisces moon is tricky. I am a Pisces. I was born Virgo sun Pisces moon. I was literally born on a Labor Day weekend during a full moon in Pisces. Glad for it. Thank you very much. 3:53 a.m. because I do like to stay up late. I'm one of those boys. But I know it's just really important that you check yourself these next few days and maybe ongoing as these surges will continue to come. They're not as bad as they were in February, March, if you remember when we started doing these nighttime things, right when I became monetized, interestingly enough, and had the access to do a super chat. You know, we were doing this twice a day for weeks and weeks and weeks, 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. and 11 p.m., right? That was rough. We got through that, but it feels like more are coming. So reach out to each other. Reach out to me, again, in the group that we have, the Mark Angelo Lyons Mal for short. Facebook group, private Facebook group. Nobody knows you're in it. People can find it, but unless they're in it, they don't know who's in it or what's being posted, right? That's how private groups work on Facebook. There's nothing wrong with us getting there and opening either, you know, the new Facebook video chats, the Brady Bunch effect, the Zoom effect, whatever you want to call it, or we can live stream just like this. But I think in terms of kicking this off and talking a bit about Empathic Surge, before I sign off for the night, does anyone have any questions? Because in terms of self-care, to say, yeah, take care of yourself, that's a lovely idea. But like, for example, I would recommend a salt bath, 3 salt bath. You can actually find the original idea recipe through the Edgar Casey readings. But I'm a potion witch, so give me a bathtub and some water and some ingredients. I can run with that, right? I usually use any 3 salts: baking soda. I try not to use sea salt because it's so expensive. But table salt and Epsom salt. I'll do those 3 in some combination, and then flavor accordingly with crystal oil, whatever it is that you want to balance that with. But that idea of that Pisces seawater literally drawing off of you anything that needs to go. Scorpio with a Cancer moon. Kevin, sweetheart, darling, cross swords and hearts and all of that. I'm wishing you the very, very best. I mean, I've really, do I have any? Oh, well, I have Neptune and Scorpio, but I'm Generation X. Well, not all Generation X have that, but the fun ones seem to. Yeah, a little Neptune and Scorpio. That'll spice things up in 1968. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm one of those. There's nothing like a nice to work with the element of water. Look, I shower every day anyway. I can't keep this up all day long. I gotta wash this off sooner or later. Otherwise, it's like Tammy Faye pillow cushion. It's not great. Pillowcase, I meant to say. Stuff works. But also make sure that you are giving yourself time, space, rest, and breath, right? Straight out of the Matt Kahn playbook of clearing, of self-love. I mean, those are the 4 foundations, right? To give yourself space, particularly if you're angry, particularly if you're frustrated, give yourself space to feel what you're feeling. I'm a Virgo. That's like natural for me to just kind of cut everybody off for a little while, go through what I'm going through. I'm bleeding with the Pisces moon. That's essential. Generation X, Virgo power. Time, right? To give yourself time to not rush through things, but also, well, and this is the Virgo in me too, to be on top of it. Like, I don't push down my emotions. Now, if I'm in a room full of people, I can certainly excuse myself, but that doesn't mean I go into the next room and, bawl my eyes out, but I will give myself some time to just breathe and be in that moment and let it pass through me. It doesn't happen that often, and plus I live alone. But for me, the real tricky ones are late at night, right? When there's nobody to call, right? And the mind is going, and then empathic surge. One little thought triggers off. It is a little bit like a grenade, right? You tiny little thing of pulling the pin, this one little thought, and then wah. Except a water grenade, that's not a good metaphor, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That's when breath work, right? That's when literally allowing it to breathe through you. Inner child work, inner child thwarp. Wow, that was hard to say. Breath work, rebirthing, prayer. What is your spiritual practice? Because the thing is like, if you have a daily spiritual practice, I don't know about empathic surge, it all makes sense, right? You just sort of comes out of nowhere. And as a Virgo, we can be a little harsh on ourselves. We're critical of ourselves really more than anybody else. I really freak myself out when the emotion, and this is the hard part, this is where the non-judgmental part, when I'm like, why am I feeling this so intensely for so long? Is there something wrong with me? Where, what am I doing? I am identifying with the emotion instead of letting the patterns move through me. And that is unconditional love and very hard to do, to cry until you're done crying, but not in public. I'm a Virgo, that's my rule. Up in bed, if I can get there in time. So I'm just going to crash on the stairs, the steps crying, right? With a towel, a beach towel, right? Something strong. Make sure that, I have everything I need. And then the surge moves through me, and it's not as torturous as it is. The benefit is you alchemized lead to gold. You embraced shadow. You loved yourself. You expand. You get a piece of wisdom from that can never be taken away from you. Even if you forget it, it's in your energy field. There's more gold than lead. So there's a huge benefit to being an empath. See, that's what I want to turn the conversation around on. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm an empath. I'm like, oh, womp womp. So am I. Make a career out of it. Read people. It's great fun. No, really, it is. I'm not lying much. You get what I'm saying, right? It's your path. It's your path of true love. It's you learning how to love yourself, and you are actually relieving pressure from all of humanity. This is why, like, even that spell we did last night, right? Break chains of illusion and set all things to right, reveal what has been hidden and bring the truth to light. Though we didn't do spell work tonight, this is part of it. Reveal what has been hidden inside of you, or coming up through you from the quantum field, from the repressed emotion, pain, suffering, You know what? People even repress joy because they're afraid to feel it, right? To let some of that stuff move through you, to be think of the chakra column. It's coming in through the root, the second chakra, the solar plexus, it's moving up through the heart, right? Next up, the heart, feel it, chew it, poof, up and out, right? So instead of it just coming in, it's going out. 1/3 of the population is supposed to be divine feminine. It's our turn. It's our time, right? Oh, good day. Good day, Maria Rose. Blessed be to you. True release. It always feels better having a good cry, letting go. Oh, and that's the other thing that I will do. I will sit in the shower. Turn the shower on. Sit in it, water warm, not exactly hitting me in the face, but so that I can, I'm not going to slip and fall. I can just let it all come out. And then I just lean my head forward and it just washes everything away. And to do that with prayer, I'll even take a chalice or a bowl with me and I'll fill it up and pour it over my head and sort of give myself baptism. I'm a water witch. I'm a potion witch. We used to have a hot tub on the property in Bayshore. Oh, that witch's stew plenty a night. I would walk through the garden and just poke a little piece of basil, a little piece of oregano, a little piece of this stuff Mom doesn't know that I had growing over here. Not what you think. Trust me, not what you think. Legal, just magical. Oh, yeah. So please be kind to yourself, but being kind to yourself means if you've got an emotional burp building up inside of you, you got to let that stuff out, but you got to let it out in a healthy way. And understanding that if it particularly gets overwhelming, if you find yourself oversensitive, just with what's going on astrologically on the planet alone, that you get it's not all you, because the ego is going to start assigning blame to others, right? And to yourself and the past, and maybe some of that's in there, but it's really your sacred gift. It's really your greatest talent to feel and heal for all humanity. Yeah. My shadow is my best bodyguard, especially when emotions are intense. Yep. Well, it certainly gives me an alarm, right? It really certainly tells me, okay, I'll cancel the day. The love needs to be directed inward today. And then eventually it just automatically flows outward. Because that's the great thing about emotional alchemy, embracing the shadow, emotional healing, whatever you want to call it, is that lead is an insulator, but gold is a conductor. So more love can move through you. It's just how it works. And what if all emotions are just love in different stages of knowing itself or forgetting itself? Right? The angel that becomes the demon, the love that becomes the fear, believing that it's something that it's not, the truth believing an illusion. There's the spiritual path for you. That's the path of alchemy, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just Markangela Lyons. Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, Leo rising. The Archangel of Lions, Markangela Lyons, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, and very, very, very thankful for this gig. And thank you all so very much. It is our sacred gift, our heart. I mean, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anybody else? Can I get an amen? Thank you, Saint RuPaul of the drag race. But I am going to wash off my witch drag for the day, take off the jewelry, hang it all back there, as you can see. It's a jewelry altar, essentially, but each one is a totem, yeah? You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome, my Rachel. And I thank you also very much. I actually have a friend I need to check in on tonight who's going through... it's so funny. As much as I work as a professional witch, it's the people in my personal life as well. I'm their witch too. Some of them don't like the idea, but nonetheless, the gods will have their way, right? So if you want to say a prayer tonight, I'm fine. I'm really hard to kill, apparently. I just keep rising from the ashes over and over and over. They're like, nope, not yet. It's like, bought me back. Nope. Boink. Nope, not your time. But pray for Mal's friend. That'll get it. They'll know. If it's you, the guides are here. They'll know. May he be blessed with all that he needs. He's so handsome, too. He's a good one, too. Well, I know, a good Aries male. Go figure. No, I hear tell, like legend, there's a tribe of them around somewhere. Really, some night some night we'll not care at all if we are monetized. Like I won't even turn monetization on, and I will just read the 12 signs of the zodiac for Phil, because I've been with every single one of them. I don't know about Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, but definitely I boinked the belt, as it were. Oh, God, if I got some stories. Oh, Mama B's just like, hi. She's like, oh, I gotta go watch this from the beginning. I get you. This was a good one tonight. So no meditation. I think that prayer sort of did it. I did want to make the point, and I'm glad I did. Well, I've also claimed you from a little island in New Zealand. Aww. Oh my God, I would love. Look, you have to understand, my exposure to New Zealand started with Hercules and Xena and the Lord of the Rings. So, you know, it's a little unfair. That's probably not, I mean, the landscape, obviously gorgeous, right? But the men, are they really that good looking? Because I don't know, it's an awful long way to go from where I am on Long Island. But they seem worth it. Also have to say the men in Toronto seem to be really exceedingly good looking. But you know, the thing about Australia and New Zealand, and no shade, apparently, I don't know if this is still true, but apparently the world's most deadliest lethal animals are there. I don't know. It was something I read in a book a long time ago. I don't know, but like they have like the sea wasp and stuff that can kill you within seconds. Whatevs, you know, it's okay. That's okay. The worst thing, well, the worst thing we have here are drivers on the Long Island Expressway, which are pretty much wild animals. I'm right, Long Island. Are you hearing me, Holbrook? Oh, God. I could have been a stand-up comic, but my life isn't that depressing. And I love stand-up comics too, but once you get to know a few, yeah. Laugh, clown, laugh. I am going to sign off. I love you all so very much. I'm going to go wash off the drag and continue tomorrow with the next installments of the True Love reads. They're really good. I love them. I love a good Celtic cross. I don't know if we'll do this forever, but I think you'll dig it. We start the reads with an angel card and a healing mantra, and then the Celtic cross comes, and it really elucidates in advance. It's a neat thing. Go check it out. Yeah, Cancer will be up tomorrow. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, I think I'm doing tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, meow, doll face. If your mom is still up, give her my love and tell her I will check in with her tomorrow. I got to go shower and pray, and we'll see if I get an empathic surge. But until then, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of it all, my friends. You've really helped me more than you realize. Hail, farewell, and blessed be. Nighty night.